So as you earn more, you pay the government more. So they deduct more from you. So I don't know what's the point of working more, but we cannot have everything in life, and especially here in Ireland. I'll show you the difference from that payslip up to my current payslip now, where I am working in the recovery without all those extra bits. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all feeling today? Are you all feeling good? Good. So today we're going to talk about money. More specifically, we're going to talk about how much are nurses paid here in the Republic of Ireland. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just want to make the world dance. Forget about a price tag. So guys, if you are new to this channel, my name is Boyet Ventura and you can call me Nurse Ventura. I am a Filipino nurse working in Ireland and I create content about work and life balance here in the Republic of Ireland. I also share some of our day-to-day life experiences and some of the stories of other Filipino nurses as well who are living here. If you are into these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. And that's it. Let's start. Just a quick background guys, I started nursing in Ireland back in 2018. So my salary back then was very different from my salary now. So here in Ireland guys, your salary increases as your clinical experience increases. So if you have a bit of clinical experience or hospital experience back home, they will take that into account to compute your salary. Okay, to start with a rough estimate, the average salary of nurses here in Ireland based on the 2023 HSE pay scale ranges from 33,000 to 50,865 euros annually. There are different classifications of nurses. You, like me, I belong to the staff nurse category. There are clinical nurse managers, community nurses, mental health nurses, different types of nurses. So based on other classifications, the pay might vary. But in this video, we're going to talk about just the pay scale of the staff nurses. So guys, all these informations that I'll be telling you will be coming from the HSE official website, and they are available online. If you want to check it out, you can go onto the website. So guys, if you're not familiar, if you are already a registered nurse in your home country and you want to practice nursing here in Ireland, you need to be registered as a nurse here in Ireland. And there are two ways for you to be registered here in Ireland. The first one is that you can undergo an adaptation training. We will be given 6 weeks to adapt in the Irish healthcare system. And the other pathway is by taking the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland aptitude test, which is a combination of a practical and written exam. Guys, we will not talk about adaptation or the RCSI in details in this vlog. The only thing that I can tell you is that if you take the RCSI aptitude test, you will be registered faster if you pass the exam the first time, compared to taking the adaptation, which can take from 6 to 12 weeks before you get paid or before you get your nursing registration pin and get paid as a post-registered staff nurse. So guys, let's travel back in time and take a look at my very first payslip, which I got after 1 month of coming to Ireland as a pre-registered nurse, training to become an ICU nurse. So I arrived in Ireland on the 18th of April 2018 and I got my very first salary on the 10th of May 2018. So pretty much after 1 month from starting. This payslip, my weekly hours is 39 hours. It was 39 back then, but they changed it to 37.5. Now we're only required to work 37.5 as a full-time employee. So this was my scale point when I started. It's scale point 01 and my hourly rate is 12.096 euros per hour, which is really low. So this rate is a pre-registered rate, guys. Basic salary here on this pay scale was 24,604 euros. When will be your next increment? And in this payslip, it doesn't show because as a pre-registered nurse, you are not entitled for an increment. So that's it. See the payroll area 2E, I don't even know what that means. This pay is from 23rd of April 2018 up to the 29th of April 2018, and I got this pay on the 10th of May 2018. So this is a 39-hour work. So my basic pay as a scale point 1 was 471.54 for that 39 hours of work. And as you can see here, there are deductions, but my deductions here are actually less because I didn't have the full deductions yet at this time, because this was my very first pay slip. So when it comes to the deduction, guys, let's go through them one by one so that you will have an idea. If you're thinking what PRSI is for, basically it will give you entitlement for certain social welfare benefits. The next one is the PRD payable, which is 49.51. PRD stands for pension related deduction, and PRD, guys, is a deduction from the pay of a pensionable public servant. The next one is the USC payable, which is 2.50. So the USC, guys, is the tax we pay for the gross income. So another one is the pension 170, which is 14.15 in this payslip, which is for your pension. So my gross pay for this payslip was 471.54 euros. I got total deductions of 85.02 euros. And my net pay, very first net pay, guys, as a pre-registered nurse here in Ireland was 386.52 euros for the 39 hours that I've worked in this particular payslip. If you've seen my previous vlog where I talked about my expenses, I mentioned there that I struggled on my first month here in Ireland because I only brought 300 euros pocket money coming to Ireland, and then so I spent that for the first month, and then I got this salary, which is 386 euros. So guys, the next payslip that I will show you was the payslip that I had last year, late last year, when I was still working in the intensive care unit. And back then I was still doing night shifts, I was doing weekend shifts, I was doing a lot of overtime. So I'll show you the difference from that payslip up to my current payslip now, where I am working in the recovery without all those extra bits. So guys, in this payslip, you can see that my weekly hours dropped to 37.5, which is now the standard full-time hours here in Ireland when you're working as a nurse. So I jumped to scale 0.08 from scale 0.01 when I was still pre-registered. So payroll area is the same here. This pay is from the August 15, 2022 to August 28, 2022. And as you can see here, my hourly rate went up as well to 24.5699. So the pre-registered hourly rate was 12 point something. Now fast forward to scale 0.8 is 24.5699. So here my basic pay went up to 1,842.75, and because I was working in the ICU, we have location allowance, which was 90.88 euros every payday. And then the Sunday pay here in Ireland, if you work Sunday, it will be automatically double pay. So here I have 23.5 hours on a Sunday, and that was equivalent to 577.40 euros for that Sunday alone. So imagine, guys, if you're working a lot on the weekend, especially Sunday, you will really have a lot of extra money on top of your basic salary. So that is one way to top up your salary. If you want to work on the weekends, that's always an option. So I also have here my night duty hours, which was 34.5 hours of night shift, and I gained an extra of 211.92 on top of my basic salary for doing the night shifts. So I also have a Saturday allowance for 2 hours, which cost 32.52 euros, and unsocial hours, which was 7.5 unsocial hour, and that added 30.72 euros on top of my basic salary. So guys, if you don't know what unsocial hours is, It's basically the hours that you work outside of the normal working hours. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is beyond 6 p.m. onward, because of the Sunday hours, the night shifts. So as you earn more, you pay the government more. So they deduct more from you. So I don't know what's the point of working more. My tax deduction here was 594.42, and the rest of the deductions here, like the PRSI, USC, ASC, corn market, SIP2, pension, these are all added additional deductions that I will not go through one by one. But my total deductions for this pay period was 1,076.24 euros. Imagine, guys. So for this particular pay slip, my gross pay was 2,786.19 euros, but my total deduction was 1,076.24 euros. So my net pay was 1,799.95 euros. So this was what I earned for 2 weeks of work. So as you can see, guys, the gross pay is really good. It's high, but we cannot have everything in life, and especially here in Ireland, the tax that we pay is 40% if you're single. So there are a lot of deductions from your gross pay. But the next one that I will show you is my current, or my most recent payslip, where I work just the plain 37.5 hours with my basic hourly rate, without night shifts, without extra, without weekends, without overtime. And it was my personal choice not to work night shifts anymore, and not to work a lot of weekends, for reasons that I want to share to you, but on a different video, on a different vlog, on a different day. See, where you can see my weekly hours is the same, payroll area is the same, scale point 08, but my basic pay went up a little bit to 1,898.02. My hourly rate also increased a tiny bit to 25.3069 euros. Basic pay is 1,898.02, and I still have my location allowance. Tax here was 279.43. compared to the tax that I showed you earlier on, around 500 plus. So my gross pay here, guys, was 1,991.62 euros, and my total deductions was 592.09 euros. I took home 1,399.53 euros in this payday. So guys, now that I showed you my pay slips, and now you know how much you will expect to take home every fortnight or every 2 weeks. So guys, I did a little bit of computation where I calculated all my monthly expenses, and also the money that I sent home for my parents to the Philippines. And I came up with the sum of 1,142.94 euros per month. It's taking into account my monthly net pay minus my monthly living expenses. So my take-home money for myself is 1,655.06 euros every month. So this is the money that I have for savings, for travel, for shopping, for whatever purposes that I want it for, but mostly for savings. So for me, once I already covered my basic needs like food, rent, and a little bit of relaxation or recreation, that's enough for me. You just have to be intentional with where and how you spend your money. So guys, to be honest, it also crossed my mind to go somewhere else, where I can have more salary, where I can achieve better pay, where I can have more stuff, more money every month, just give me more money. But I realized, we have a house here, although this is not ours, we're still renting, but eventually but eventually with patience and optimism, we will get there to that situation where we'll own our house. At the moment, we can afford healthy food. We have a little bit of savings. Once I cover the basics, then the rest are just bonuses, bonuses that I should be grateful for, no matter how small it is. And I think comparing myself to others, like before I was doing this to myself, where I compared my salary to the salary of my friends in the US, salary of my friends somewhere else. And I think comparison is the enemy of happiness. Once we stop comparing ourselves to others and once we find contentment in what we have, I think that is the most important thing of all. Guys, I hope na may natutunan kayo dito sa vlog na to. I hope this vlog helped you answer your questions whether or not working as a nurse in Ireland is worth it. I hope all your questions were answered, and if you find value to this vlog, guys, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.